Fun 93.5 FM, 1090 AM. Fun radio for the Mid-South. And now it's Jerry's World.
Fun 93.5, the greatest hits of all time. Fun radio.
Top of the hour here on a Wednesday. It's let me tell you first, it's 81 degrees and sunshine, partly cloudy skies, I guess, actually here in Hartsville right now. Time for Westmoreland Wednesday, and Ryan Ellis joins me by phone this morning. Ryan, are you out there?
Here, Jerry. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Okay. Tell me who you're with and what we're going to be talking about today.
Well, Jerry, I think the best way to put it is the fresh smell of baked bread.
Okay.
ARE Trading Post is what both me and my wife, Carrie, started back in May 2015 after moving out here from Napa Valley. And we had constructed a 10,000-pound wood fire oven on our 12-acre property, and we fire bread by hand, no mixers, on a weekly basis, about 3 to 4 times a week, and sell at local markets and from our property.
So from Napa Valley to Westmoreland.
Yes, sir.
How does that come about?
Oh, she had family in White House, and we had the opportunity to drive across the United States to visit some family, not only in White House, but in Philadelphia, where we're originally from. And we stopped in White House, and me, myself, being a Marine Corps veteran, we decided to use some benefits I had with the VA to buy some property, as land was a little cheaper than California, and we really enjoyed the setting and the peaceful surroundings that Bethpage and Sumner County had to offer.
So where are you located?
We're actually about a quarter mile past the Bethpage market at 3595 Highway 31 East in Bethpage, right on the highway there as you come about the corner.
How long has the business been open there?
I finished the oven with Carrie in November of 2015, and prior to that, we were actually cooking residentially from our home and still kind of getting the taste of fresh bread into people's mouths, and really having them appreciate what it takes to produce a loaf of bread that we did so many years ago.
Right. So when somebody comes in,
what I think.
Go ahead.
Well, I think the one thing, Jerry, is that, what we appreciate the most is that this oven allows us to go back almost, hundreds and thousands of years of how we used to do it, as our ancestors did, making bread over the fire, because it's not something where we can just turn a button on and get it to the temperature we want. Actually, Carrie is our fire tender for ARE Trading Post, and her primary focus is to make sure that oven is white and ready and hot around 1,200 degrees before she'll start pulling all the wood out. And then we can allow the kind of what we call falling or descending with the oven, putting different products in at different temperatures. So around 600, we'll start with our handmade sourdough that takes about 40 hours to make. And by the end of it, we're putting in our cream scones that we make by hand as well when it gets to around 400 and 375 degrees. So it's a really fun process. And even when it gets down to that 100-degree mark, we can still put things as herbs in there. And it's self-cleaning in that it gets so hot. So it's a really exciting process to watch.
Well, you're talking about heating this oven up to what temperature?
Right about 1,200 degrees is when all the black from the smoke starts to burn off from the fire brick that are constructed into the arches.
Right.
So there's a lot of smoke that develops from that seasoned wood, and as it kind of coats the oven, as it gets hot enough, it will burn it off and make it kind of cookable, if that makes sense.
Right.
And unlike wood fire pizza, where they keep the fire in the back, we remove all of the wood and use just the natural heat that's sitting in the oven to cook the bread. And we're able to fit between 12 to 15 loaves in there at a time.
Right. You're talking about this process as it heats up, and then you're cooking different things as it cools down.
Correct.
How much time are we talking about here?
We spend approximately 2.5 to 4 hours getting the oven white and ready. The bread process in itself, our sourdough is a 40-hour sourdough. We actually only use flour, water, and salt. So we use a natural starter, and that process starts about a day and a half prior to actually baking the bread, in which the dough spends retarding and rising and proofing over a period of 2 nights. and then it goes into the oven. So it can be a couple-day process, Jerry. It also can come down to just a couple-hour process if we're doing something such as our garlic oregano loaf, which is one of our more popular loaves, along with our chocolate molasses rye bread with toasted caraway seeds. And we like to infuse a lot of our kind of California influence into it. Carrie herself is an artist by trade, and I'm a chef by trade. So both those worlds combined produce we hope to be a beautiful, uniting product.
Interesting. What would be your favorite product for your customers?
For my customer,
What would be the...
I would honestly say the chocolate molasses bread with caraway seeds, because it offers a lot of flavors that people may be opposed to.
Right.
For example, the caraway seeds very popular in Irish soda bread. That comes from Carrie's influence. They'd asked me to make a Brady treacle loaf, and we came up with a great recipe. And we were able to actually recreate her mother's childhood favorite bread for her. And that was really important if we can do that for the community with members, creating loaves that maybe a typical bakery has only a standard size and a standard flavor profile. We're actually able to recreate what someone wants and be, shall you say, their personal baker.
Right.
We all know we can't afford a personal chef, but it'd be really nice to go to someone and say, hey, I'm having a dinner party. Everyone loves challah. Can you make us 10 loaves at 2 pounds? We say, we got you. It's all about bringing the community together and breaking bread one loaf at a time.
We're visiting with Ryan Ellis from the ARE Trading Post. What about the prices of these breads?
All the loaves go between $5 and $8, depending on the loaf and the loaf size. We do gluten-free as well, and all of our loaves are 1.5 pounds to 2.5 pounds. Our gluten-free loaf actually sits at about 40 ounces, so 2.5 pounds of bread. We offer that for $10. So for our celiac patients and those looking for a little bit of a guilt-free loaf of bread, we can offer that at a cheaper price. And we do try and work with people when they buy in larger amounts for parties. We do work with wedding venues and local farm-to-table restaurants as well to try and incorporate that into their menu, because we believe supporting local is the most important thing that we can do. Now, by not only utilizing the products that we can get from the community, but even directly some of the farmers at the farmers markets putting their products within ours.
Right.
The fresh herbs and things of that nature.
It just sounds like these breads would be healthier than what we're buying at the grocery store.
Absolutely. We always make sure that, we keep limited ingredients, that the honey we use come from the Mennonite communities, that the flour, we know the farmers that are growing the grains, because we think that if we know where it's coming from, we can promise that to our customer. And again, limiting the ingredients that we use and keeping it simple, I've always been taught as a chef through my classical training, is the best way to go, because you can have that gained appreciation for those flavors.
And there are no preservatives, I would think.
Absolutely not. Again, the sourdough, the country French sourdough, incorporates 3 different types of flours, but only water and salt are the additional ingredients. So, and it's naturally leavened as well, which we think is a beautiful thing, because it ties the community. If we have extra loaves, we'll actually go around within our community and leave them on doorsteps to families, because we know that sometimes receiving something anonymously can be very, very heartfelt and very welcoming to be a part of the community. So.
Well, I'm definitely going to have to come over and see you sometime.
Well, absolutely. Fridays, we're actually out here from 4 to 8 on our property selling loaves that we bake off in the morning. And then on Saturday, we're at the Gallatin Farmers Market from 8 to 2. And then we also sell Saturday evening. As Carrie represents us at the market, she does all of our promotions, PR, and selling at the market. I stay behind and fire some more bread. So that evening we can sell as well from the property from about 3:30 or 4 to dark. So we love to be out there waving to the cars, trying to support the community the best that we can with fresh bread.
If somebody needs a phone number, you have a phone number?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They can reach us at 615-507-70.
507. I'm sorry, the last 4 digits.
8070.
615-507-8070.
That's correct, Jerry.
Okay. Tell us again where you're located.
Oh, we're located a quarter mile past the Bethpage Market on the corner of Rogue Sport Road on 31 East at 3595 Highway 31 East.
Okay.
That stage, Tennessee.
All right. Well, Ryan Ellis, thank you so much for visiting with us today and tell us what you're doing. And like I said, I've got to get out and see what y'all got going on sometime.
Absolutely, Jerry. If anything, we should drop off the loaf. We really appreciate everything. Do you have a favorite bread in mind?
Okay. Well, I just have to look. You'll have to educate me a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. I think we'll be dropping off a loaf of our garlic oregano bread and that 40-hour sourdough we were talking about. I think you'd really enjoy it.
Ooh, yes. Okay. Ryan?
All right, Jerry. Well, I look forward to seeing you and dropping that bread off, and I really appreciate the conversation this morning. I know it means a lot to our family and what we're doing out here. And I did want to point out so people know, sometimes people ask what the ARE is for. It actually represents our daughter's initials, Adelaide Rose Ellis. She's 4.5. She's one of our biggest influencers.
Cool. That's cool. Well, Ryan Ellis, thank you so much, and you have yourself a good day.
No problem. Thanks so much.
All right. Bye-bye.